Welcome back. Mr. Orchard, you may not agree with the direction that the new Conservative Party is taking, but they seem to be resonating with the public. What do you think the configuration of Parliament is going to look like on after June the 28th? Do you think they're going to be able to get a majority government?
Well, I don't think so, and I'm very worried about the divisions that are being fanned in this country by both the Bloc and the new Conservatives. You're going to have strong Bloc support in Quebec and perhaps strong Conservative support out west here, and I could see the Conservatives entering into an alliance or some kind of support arrangement where the Bloc backs them, and that could devastate our national government. We need a party that's going to speak for the whole country, and if Mr. Harper gets in, we're going to see a weakening of all of those national institutions, whether it's public broadcasting, whether it's the agriculture network, whether it's our French-English entente that we've come to in this country. And that's why I'm asking people all across the country, in whatever riding they are, to vote for the candidate that's most likely to defeat the Conservative in your riding.
Okay, Senator Cools, one of the other theories that have emerged this week is that perhaps you might find a faction of disgruntled Liberal MPs who would join with the Tory party to help form government. Is that at all likely?
I would like to say my business is not speculation, but I can tell you with certainty that there are many, many, many unhappy Liberals. What I want to say to you is that Mr. Harper represents change. He's bright, he's young, and he's bringing genesis. And I want you to know that the Bloc Quebecois was empowered by Liberals, because back in 1993, Liberals had an opportunity to block or to prevent them from becoming the opposition. And Liberals at the time chose to have them as the opposition rather than have the Western Albertan-based Reform Party. So what the Liberal Party and the Liberal government made the BQ players, and I was very distressed about that, and I spoke against it. But what I'm trying to say to you, we are in a very unstable time and a very volatile time, and I don't like how Mr. Martin has been trying to smear Mr. Harper because he's smearing Albertans, he's smearing everybody who's supporting Mr. Harper. But what I would say to you is that Canadians have to pay careful and diligent attention, and they have to vote for change.
Okay,
this hegemony
we
must be put to rest.
And we just have to stop right there, I'm afraid. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining us today, Senator Ann Cools and David Orchard.
You're welcome.
Well, there's no shortage of comments from Canadians on this campaign either. Here's a sample from last week's program.
Well, if all Liberals are going to vote the way I'm going to vote, it'll be a Conservative majority. The scare tactics of the media haven't changed my mind at all. I certainly was going to vote for Paul Martin until I actually listened to him.
I think people are voting in anger rather than out of knowledge, which is certainly a disastrous way to vote. But I also have to say I'm in full support of the Liberals' recent ad campaign pointing out and making people aware exactly what the Conservative campaign is about and what their position is on, certainly on women's rights and same-sex marriages.
Our country used to be the envy of the world when it came to education and health care, and we used to be top 3 in the best country to live in the world. And basically, we're on a downhill path, and I think basically it's time for somebody else to have a kick at the can.
I think they should get rid of all of them and give Bill Clinton Canadian citizenship. He might have had an affair, but, so did Pierre Elliott Trudeau, and Canadians loved him forever. So, Bill Clinton would make a much better leader than any of them.
Now it's your turn. Go to Canada.com and click on Global Sunday. Post your position in our Sound Off section or email us your comments. Plus, you can call our toll-free line, 1-866-235-7723, and leave us a voice message. Transcripts can be purchased online at infomart.ca. They're available for sale tomorrow. That's it for tonight. For the latest election coverage, pick up the National Post, turn on Global National, and click on Canada.com. And don't forget to join us for live election night results. Kevin Newman hosts Decision Canada, June 28th, starting at 7:30 Eastern. For everyone working the weekend shifts here at Global Calgary, have a great night.